Mexico with Richard and Phyllis and Shane, and anything you're looking forward to as you get together?
Well, I am so excited about it. I just think, you know, there's been this evangelical conversation going on, and this mainline conversation, and the beginnings of Roman Catholic conversation. And I have never been interested in seeing renewal in one of those little communities as the end. You know, to me, I almost can imagine, you know, God saying, I don't want you to get renewed so you can stay in your little silos. You know, what if what we really need is together, you know, and something can only happen when we're together. So I'm so excited about it.
It does seem like, I know we had Richard at Solarize in 2001, and you were there as well, and it seemed like sometimes that you'd invite a Catholic speaker or what, and the evangelicals came. But it seems like this is the first time where really a large group of evangelicals and a large group of Catholics are going to gather together.
It's very different having an evangelical host something and invite a Catholic, or than it is having a Roman Catholic, invite other people. I mean, we need all those kinds of hospitality. Yeah. But it's, I think I'm very, very excited about that, and it's been interesting for me. Because I've been getting more invitations to speak in with Catholic groups, and hearing the parallel conversations going on there. You know, it's quite interesting. You know, Protestants don't often realize how similar the dynamics are inside Catholic communities. But all you have to do is think of Bill O'Reilly and Sean Hannity, and Chris Matthews and the late Tim Russert, as sort of, here are both Catholics, and you have got that same kind of polarization, or not polarization, but wide range.
Wide range, yeah, it is a wide range. Yeah, instead of saying, okay, this must be who you are, to sit down and say, tell me who you are.
That's right.
And before you say who I am, let me share with you with open ears.
Exactly right. If a progressive Protestant looks at a conservative Catholic, or if a progressive Catholic looks at a, you know, fundamentalist Protestant, I mean, they're seeing something and missing something.
Yeah. Well, there many times I think I'll run into an 80-year-old person who is thinking in a progressive way, and I go, I have so much more together with you than a 22-year-old, or a progressive Catholic with a progressive evangelical. It's like there's a different. There have been multiple conversations going on. Maybe this layer is being discovered.
That's right. And you know, Spencer, you've been a leader in this, because I had never read Richard Rohr until you had found him, and then Richard and I had some other mutual friends, and I'd met him through you, and he and I become friends. And I mean, that's how so much of this is, isn't it? It's one person reaches across and develops a friendship, and then that spreads, and it's very exciting.
And in a sense, it takes a little risk. People are, wait a minute, what, you got a Catholic? Or even for Richard to say, hey, I'm going to speak here. And maybe for some people who are thinking about attending, they're like, now wait a minute, you know, I've got my own clan, my own game, my own idea. Maybe anything along those lines, if you do take that risk, or if you, or maybe what surprise might be ahead. You know?
Yeah, and you know, there's something else too. To me, there's a new, you know, sociologists use this term plausibility structure. And so if you're an evangelical and you're being hammered by fellow evangelicals for thinking out of the box a little bit, it can be really demoralizing. I mean, you and I both meet people who are being destroyed, you know, in this, just hammered. But you then discover a Roman Catholic who's being hammered in his setting, and then you find each other, it's like, we can breathe together. And it's so interesting, isn't it? We don't have to agree on everything. Agreement doesn't even come up, but we help each other somehow.
Yeah. Well, it might even be the old kind of monastic thought, or even the labyrinth. You go inward to then go back outward again. You know? Right. So you find that solace together. And again, not that it's the common enemy, but it's the common feeling that we have of being isolated, or you know, out on the fringe or whatever, and then to go out in that love and peace.